This video is sponsored by the subscribe button as we're going for 20,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. Hello there and welcome to the channel. Today we have some very exciting first rumors for the 2026 LEGO Star Wars Ultimate Collector Series set. So if you enjoy these updates, make sure to let me know down in the comments below, as well as leaving a like on the video. And with all of that out of the way, let's jump right in. Okay, so as you've known for the past couple of weeks, we have been getting lots of updates for 2026 LEGO Star Wars sets, including most of the set numbers and prices for the sets coming up until May or June. So we know a lot of the sets that are coming out. Obviously not all of these are confirmed, and take everything that I talk about in this video with a grain of salt. Of course, none of this is confirmed until LEGO officially releases it, but this does come from a pretty reliable source who does post every once in a while when new info comes out, and they're usually the source for it. They don't usually take it from anybody else. So this comes from Leaky Minifigure over on Instagram, and they are claiming that next year's, or one of next year's, Ultimate Collector Series sets is going to be a new Super Star Destroyer. And now for a lot of fans, this is big news. The last Super Star Destroyer released back in 2010 or 11, if I remember correctly, and it is extremely expensive in the aftermarket nowadays. It's upwards of $1,000 for new and box sets of this original Super Star Destroyer. It's a great set, it's massive, but it's super expensive. Now, a set like this would be phenomenal to get. By the time this one releases, it will probably have been 7 years since the last large-scale Star Destroyer, Imperial Star Destroyer, I guess, if you count that Imperial Star Destroyer from 2019. We did see the Venator back in 2023, but that is not Imperial. That is obviously based off the Republic. So seeing a new Super Star Destroyer would go really, really hard. Minifigures wise, probably just a Darth Vader or a two Imperial officers like we saw in the Star Destroyer back in 2019, and I don't expect much more from it. If we could see maybe a couple of bounty hunters, that would be really cool as well. I wouldn't complain about that. And I don't expect an interior. Unfortunately, these UCS sets usually don't have an interior that go alongside with them. If anything, it'll be a couple of microscale builds, a couple of microscale TIE fighters, and a microscale Star Destroyer. But I feel like this is going to be what brings LEGO from the edge of like people's disappointment from the new UCS Death Star. I feel like if this rumor does come out to be true, people will regain their trust into LEGO, especially with these large scale sets. Price point wise, I would expect around $500 to $700 if this does release in October. Now, if this does turn out to be releasing in May, upwards of maybe $350. It'll be a smaller UCS set. I don't know why they would go with that, so I'm expecting it to be a fall release. So about a year from now, this is one of the earlier times that we've seen rumors for a set. Usually we get them around 9-10 months in advance, but this is a full year in advance from the release of the set. So very exciting rumor. I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section below, because honestly, this could be a top tier UCS set if done correctly from LEGO Star Wars. They've been good recently. Aside from the Death Star, I'd say the last 5 years have been really solid for UCS sets, so I hope LEGO does not drop the ball on this one. If this rumor comes out to be true, it makes sense. I would love to see one prequel UCS set and one original trilogy UCS set per year from LEGO, and then if they choose to make a third one like they did this year with the UCS ATST that released in August, it could possibly be based off of like the Mandoverse or the sequel trilogy as well. I don't think people would hate on it as much as they did back when the movies released, because back then the sets were really disliked. But I think now the movies have kind of aged semi-decently, especially The Force Awakens, and if we saw a couple of UCS sets or at least a couple of play sets and then a UCS set or two in the next couple of years from The Force Awakens, it wouldn't be terrible. I personally would not mind it, but I feel like there needs to be a good balance from LEGO between the UCS sets that they're putting out. I don't want to see all prequel trilogy ones, nor do I want to see all original trilogy ones. This year was a good balance with the Death Star and the Jango Fett starship, so there is a lot of potential for next year. I'm still hoping out for a Geonosis Arena sometime next year, maybe in May. I would love to see it in May, and then get the Super Star Destroyer in October. That would be phenomenal to see, but I would love to hear your thoughts and predictions on what you expect from the UCS sets coming out next year from LEGO Star Wars. There's been a lot of talk and a lot of hype. There was originally sort of like a speculation that it would be Darth Vader's TIE Advanced for the May UCS set. It made sense. That could still happen. And then to have the Star Destroyer be the UCS set for boys and girls, children of all ages. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for crazy LEGO Star Wars 2025 weeks. It's been great, and I'm very excited for the upcoming and let's jump right into this as we're getting closer and closer to the official images of the January set. Make sure to have a fantastic rest of your day, and goodbye.